Welcome back to Lock Solid Picks, where we break down some of the matchups from all the NFL teams week by week. For those who have never seen us and don't know what we do, we break down player prop parlays, and that includes over and unders and also alternate lines. All right, now that we got that out the way, let's get into this week's matchups. For the first matchup of the week, we're gonna go with. I feel pretty confident about this 12 o'clock game. It's gonna be the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right. You got Kyler Murray versus Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna have a good game, man. He's been pretty kind of inconsistent this year, man. But I think they're gonna try to tighten up for the playoff run. What better team to go against than the Arizona Cardinals this week, because they're pretty weak in all categories on defense. I think he's not gonna have a problem at all getting 250 plus. So with him, I got him at 250 plus Lockett, and then his receiver AJ Brown, his number one receiver. I don't think Arizona has anybody on their team that could match up with him in the slightest. So with that being said, if Jalen Hurts is going to get 250, his number one receiver, I got him for at least 80. So I'm going with 80 plus on him. Lock it.
All right, next up, we got the LA Rams versus the New York Giants. In this game, I'm going with somebody who's proven to be a number one receiver, even though he's probably a number two on his own team, and that's Puka Nacua. They've been lighting it up. The Rams, I like the way they playing. They making a playoff push, and Puka 60 sounds like a guarantee to me. I'm playing it a little safe. He'll probably go for 100 on the Giants, but I like Puka Nacua for 60 yards. I also like JSN from Seattle versus Pittsburgh. I like him for 25 plus receiving yards. He's like the third receiver on the team, but he's becoming a favorite target of Geno or Drew Lock or whoever's in there playing quarterback. So give me Jackson Smith, JSN for 25 receiving yards versus the Steelers. Lock it.
Okay, last but not least, we're going with a 325 game. The Chiefs and the Bengals. As you can see, Pat Mahomes has been struggling with his receivers. Like, losing Tyreek Hill is finally showing up. So he was running for his life last week against the Raiders, man. So I see 20 and a half rushing yards. Real simple for him to get this week. So I'm going with Pat Mahomes with 20 and a half rushing yards. Okay, my last pick, the Commanders and the 49ers. It's a 12 o'clock game, 1 o'clock Eastern. So I'm going with C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey, to get 88 and a half rushing yards. As you know, everybody who's come to the Commanders and come to that field, FedEx Field, they always get their props, whether it's rushing, passing, receiving, a losing streak, a rookie streak, it's anything. I like C-Mac in this. Even though the 49ers have some injuries, like Trent Williams coming back home to play us, I think he's hurt, but he shouldn't have no problem getting this 88 and a half yards. He should get the 88 and a half yards at halftime, as I say. So, Christian McCaffrey, 88 and a half rushing yards.
All right, here we go. These are our Week 17 player prop locks. Let's get into it. We got Jalen Hurts, 250 plus passing yards. Lock it. We got AJ Brown, 80 plus receiving yards. Lock it. We got Jackson Smith and Jigba, 25 receiving yards. Lock it. We got Puka Nacua, 60 plus receiving yards. Lock it. We got that boy CMC, over 88 and a half rushing yards. Lock it. And Patrick Mahomes, over 20 and a half rushing yards. Lock it. And that's your Week 17 Lock Solid Picks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's our picks for the week. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Lock Solid. Let's get it.
See you next week. Lock it. Push it there.